right.
So,
You got me to Alton Bay. Thank you.
no, 827 did.
The bird dog got us there.
Yeah.
And what a experience. I mean, it was really great. You talked about kind of a once in a, I want to say once in a lifetime because I want to go back. But what a unique experience to get up there, meet not only the trip up, a beautiful day, and the cool part was we kind of ran into some challenging conditions and got to deal with a little bit of that in a roundabout way. That made it interesting too. The fact that we had the tailwinds and kind of the challenging landing and even the challenging takeoff.
Yeah, and actually, as I've said before, that's a really fragile existence up there. You know, it'll go from a beautiful day with low winds and sunny, you know, and maybe low 30s, with perfect conditions, to, you know, blowing, you know, snow and wind and, you know, back down, you know, in the single digits up there. But, you know, the few weeks, maybe even a couple of months that we get, and sometimes we don't even get that. You know, it was 3 years without being open because they never got the ice that they needed. They need at least a foot in the bay. So this is like a real, you know, aviation playground for us.
Well, I was of course, I saw it in the winter. I've never seen the full lake, and you got me down close, and it was just so pretty getting down close to the snow there, getting down to the frozen lake, and what that must look like during the summer. But your teammates up there, were they a hoot? The way they kind of took care of you and the mutual respect that goes on. They take care of everybody.
They take care of everybody.
I don't want to. It was just neat moving around your environment up there with those guys. You must have known those guys for a long time.
I have, and you know, like I say, I've been going up there for, you know, since the very early '80s, and things have changed over the years for the better. You know, all the volunteers put so much time into keeping that open for us, and they maintain the safety. Just like today, there was a pretty strong tailwind, and my guess is after we took off today, they probably closed the airport. You know, it may open again before the end of the day if the wind dies down. You know, just don't know.
The thing that I really enjoyed too was talking to them, the passion they had about, like you said, keeping the place safe and making sure it's fun for everybody. And it's for those who haven't been there, you don't have to be in a plane to enjoy that environment, because the community that comes out and the people that travel, I saw people on snowmobiles, on four-wheelers, walking dogs, on snowshoes, on skis, and everyone gets out to see it and enjoys it. It's a win-win for anybody that gets there.
And as we saw, people that we ran into, they don't live right near the bay, but they come up from all over to spend the day there to watch the airplanes and talk to the pilots and, you know, just have a great old time. And I think the locals that live in the bay, they really appreciate the pilots who fly in, and, you know, we support the local businesses there, the gift shops, the restaurants. And I think, you know, there's been airplanes that have flown up from Florida, from Texas, from your state of Virginia. And, you know, here we are only 30 minutes away. Right.
You're spoiled.
By air. We are.
You're spoiled. You're really spoiled. And I've got my my chip.
Your ice chip.
My ice chip. So I know that's going to. I've made it. I'm not sure if I need the day is good. I should go home and stop right now because I don't think it's going to get any better than this. But once again, I can't, and it says right here, I landed on the ice runway, and that's true. So I did it with your help. I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I'm so glad we could work it out.
And again, let's do some more stuff. I think we can have some more fun. You make this flying thing pretty fun all the time. So I don't know what you do with the rest of your time, but you sure know how to optimize this flying time.
Well, speaking of that, we have another gentleman here
Come on over here,
he's
Brian.
from
Here, just stand next to your partner. Who do we got here? We got Brian. You guys got a big trip going?
This
What's
is
going on?
Brian Perkins. He's in between airplanes right now. He just got rid of a beautiful Cessna 180.
Oh, this is the guy that got rid of the 180?
Yeah.
He must not be feeling right.
Well,
He feels...
I don't know what's worse, being homeless or being airplaneless. Probably not having an airplane. But the field that he is based at, which is right outside Boston, it's right near Hanscom Field, but it's a grass runway. It's a private airstrip, and there's all kinds of different aircraft there, mainly light sport, trikes. Those are weight shift aircraft. There's a Bonanza base there.
And this is a grass, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where again? I missed, but north of Boston?
It's pretty much west of Boston.
Okay.
It's in Stowe, Mass.
Oh, okay.
All right. And there's 3 airports in Stowe, Mass. A lot of people don't realize this. Well, there's Minuteman, all right, which is a public airport. And then there's Crow Island. And then there's the Collins Foundation, where they do reenacting, and they have an armor museum there, and they do flying at that airstrip. That's kind of off limits for us. I think they'll shoot us if we try to land there. Although I'm working on getting permission to go in there with this. But anyway, Brian's been flying for a while. He's got a lot of tail wheel time. First airplane was a Husky.
Husky, yeah.
Yeah. Then the 180, and I think the next one's going to be something with fabric and steel tube and outperform this.
Really?
Back to a Cub.
Do a Cub. Yeah. Yeah, well, there's a fellow that has a 180 hangar, a beautiful plane in Williamsburg. And every time he opens the hangar, I just got to go over and take a look at it. So I feel you're lost, but I know you did it for a reason, and you're gonna figure out how to replace
You
it.
got to try them all, right?
Right.
So anyway, so that's what it's all about. If you want to take another trip up here, maybe even starting in May, they do like a pancake breakfast, and they cook everything up right there, and they do them pretty much every month.
Where's this at the
at Crow Island?
Crow Island? I've heard about that.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it, but
And that's now from here. What is it? 20 miles from here?
Yeah, it's pretty
Stuff.
close. Yeah.
And it's only a 20-minute flight, 25-minute flight in this.
So the other thing, Brian, you guys are going on a ground trip. So we're just put the plane away. I saw you stocking the cars up and get one car up. Where you guys going?
We're going to Moosehead Lake to stay at the Birches. It's an annual thing that we do every year. Unfortunately, we're not flying, but there'll probably be 15 to 20 other guys there, most of them on skis flying.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And they'll land right out in front of the Birches.
And so this is going to be 2 days of fun and games and
Yeah, some came up
Pilot ship?
yesterday. Yeah, and they have fly out places.
okay.
They'll fly up to Libby camps. They where is that locomotive? It's
I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah.
It's near the.
but the only way to get there is this time of year is by ski plane
Okay.
or snowshoes. It'd take
Well-
all day to get there.
Well, I once again, I appreciate you getting an early start. I know you guys have got how many hours? 3, 4,
About 5.
yeah,
5 hours. So you got an afternoon drive, and hopefully you'll get there by about sunset or whatever.
Happy hour.
Well, happy hour sunset, whatever. But I hope you have a great day, and I can only imagine if the camaraderie and the pilot ship that I saw today is probably going to just be
Yeah.
gushing up there.
Yeah. So today events sort of overlapped a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well, again, thanks for taking the morning, and I guess at the end of the day, as they would say, for us to get out there this morning was maybe a blessing, because we may not have
Yeah.
made it otherwise.
No.
And while we didn't get to see a lot of planes coming in, it was just so interesting to see the whole culture, and others need to make the trip.
Yeah.
So
And I would tell you, after we took off, if we had chose to come back around and land, I don't think it would have been safe for us,
Yeah, yeah. Well,
you know, landing with the tailwind like that.
I felt completely safe the whole time. You
Good.
made it look great, and I felt really good back there in my spot. So everyone, hope you enjoyed this episode and our trip to Alton Bay, and more to follow. And as always, if you like what we're doing, subscribe, follow us, and we look forward to getting back with Mike and Brian here again on their next adventure. Adios. Thanks for joining us today, and join us in our next Old Fly Guy conversation. Thanks for joining us today, and join us in our next Old Fly Guy conversation.